Does my smile confuse you? Or remind you you're here?
Let every show begin that way, which it does, by the way. That's our harpo horn. This is part 2 of, I believe we did a show, Love is a Mutual Misunderstanding. Oscar Wilde, one of my favorites. So I watched, which we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about love, but I told you I watched this documentary, Misery Loves Comedy. So love can be the two extremes. It can be miserable, it can be hell and all that stuff. Love and hate, the fine line between love and hate. By the way, I don't agree with all this stuff.
Of course, I understand.
I believe if you have love in your heart and all this stuff, you can I use it all the time. I hate you. I hate him. I hate her. I can say it, but I can't hold it.
Correct.
Okay. You agree with that?
Of course I
Because
agree.
we've never had that conversation.
No, we haven't.
Well, do you think many people would agree with that?
I don't know. They don't realize when you hold on to it, you internalize it, and then you become that. So
Yeah,
you
but
can't.
that's because you're in the medical field and you know how to heal people. So this
We
is the
all
whole
can
point.
heal people.
Well, this is the whole point. So we're talking about humor. All these great comedians, directors, actors talked about, well, you don't have to. Most of them agreed. There's some pain, misery. Just take Robin Williams.
Oh,
take
that's-
anybody you want. Take Jim Carrey. Take your top comedians. They're making social commentary. They're also making emotional commentary. And I believe they all care. I believe they have a lot of love. But, they're not going to go into
No.
talking about love unless they talk about sex.
Right.
Because that makes people laugh. And most of them, if they're smart, biologically, they'll follow the way women are made up and the way men are made up. So people can't say, oh, don't be judgmental and don't make generalizations and all that stuff. Well, how about if it's the truth?
How about if it's the truth?
Exactly. So I've always brought this, the School of Life. Rain, our lovely producer, part-time co-host, beautiful Homo sapien, she got me the School of Life and Great Thinkers. So I said before on air that I couldn't find a single thinker that, to my satisfaction, remotely even mentioned or talked about humor or a sense of play, playfulness. That attitude has to be, I believe, in love, a playful attitude and all that stuff, whether you're playing with your kids. That's attention,
Yeah.
right?
It's a form.
It's a nice form. It's a solid form. You play with your kid, give them time and attention, probably going to have a loving kid.
Yep, there you go.
So I found Aristotle, and there were papers, he wrote a lot of paper on humor. It was burned or lost. So that's also in the book. Anyhow, Aristotle's answer, and he's talking about catharsis. So it's very cathartic, laughing, comedy. We love to laugh. It's liberation. It's a release. It's our endorphins, all that stuff kicks in. So that's why we're doing Comic Sense is more important than common sense, why I believe humor is the buffer, the greatest tool, the common denominator between human beings. I could go on, which I always do. And that's, well, you know what our show is.
I know what the show is.
You know what our show is. So then he says, tragedy. Okay. Tragedy reminds us that terrible things can befall decent people, including ourselves. A small flaw can lead to a whole life unraveling. Think about that. Then, we need to be collectively retaught. Could you hold it down? We're trying to have a show. We need to be collectively retaught these crucial truths on a regular basis. The task of art, comedy is an art, but it's also science, psychology, philosophy. Anyhow, the task of art, as Aristotle saw it, is to make profound truths about life stick in our minds. So we're trying to put something in people's mind because humor is yoga
Yes, it
for
is.
the mind. making us most flexible. Now, who doesn't want to have flexibility in any conversation? In
The
your
most
person-
the most important part of that is though retaught. It's a reteaching
every day.
every day.
Every day. It's like humor, metacognition, they call it in critical thinking. By the way, comedy is critical thinking.
Yes, it is.
That's a definition of what critical thinking is. And again, I have the book on critical thinking. They don't say this. I have every psychiatrist, psychologist throughout history, and they don't say stuff like this. It's like instant replay
Yeah.
for your mind. God, I said that. I wish I had said that. You second guess yourself to death. And by the way, beat up on yourself, people. Yeah, for a time, beat up. If you need a day, if you need a year. I mean, take as much time as you need till you find out a little more about who you are.
It's just reflection.
It's a reflection. And that's why I always use Goethe's quote, if I should choose to love you, what business is it of yours?
There you go.
Isn't that lovely?
Oh, I love that one.
No, it's lovely.
That one's perfect.
I mean, it's worth repeating.
Yeah.
Repeat it to me.
You should repeat it to me.
Okay, a little devil. I was testing it. What did I say? No, Goethe. If I should choose to love you, what business is it of yours? So that's the truth, and that I miss everyone, all my friends. So I could go on loving them long after our relationship has, and the same is true in loving relationship.
Of course.
And I had to love my family.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same with family.
Loving a family is very different. You know what they say, everything familia. Everything is, by the way, what's your name? Victoria, no, I'm just kidding. I never introduced myself. This is Victoria, second or third go around, and you're going to see a lot more of her because she's a healer and she's helping me with many issues I have, like psychologically. No, I'm just kidding. But anyhow, so in Moonstruck, the movie you haven't seen, which is Cher's first introduction, which she won the Oscar for.
Oh.
I told you I was going to sing Dean
Okay.
Martin.
Yes. Ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for you to sing for.
It's amore. It's amore. Bada bum, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. It's amore. Anyhow, I don't know the words, but there you go. Yeah. So singing is very good to lead to humor. Now, okay. So where was I? So, love. Okay. Let's talk about love. But take their curmudgeon book. Okay, guys. So everything has a duality to it. That's why humor is so great. The duality of our nature, men, women, and now the duality of everything we're ever going to talk about. Humor is the buffer, the go-between. So we're giving you the tool, reteaching people, whatever you want to call it, without hopefully pontificating. Well, a little bit. I have to pontificate if I knew what that word meant. But I talk a lot. But anyhow, read two of my favorite quotes by curmudgeons.
Romantic love is mental illness, but it's a pleasurable one. It's a drug. It distorts reality, and that's the point of it. It would be impossible to fall in love with someone that you really saw.
That you knew, that you really saw.
You really saw, really
knew.
know, really knew.
May I read that? Where is that?
Right here. Fran Lebowitz.
The blue one?
Yep, the blue one.
Okay, because that way I can stop and respond.
Of course.
Romantic love is mental illness.
It is.
Okay. So to stay mentally healthy, again, humor and laughter come to the fore.
Yes, it does.
You have to have that in any relationship. I maintain there is no love.
And that's when you tap into unconditional love, when you do have it.
That's why you're here. Finally, you said something profound and prophetic. So yeah, that's right. So romantic love is mental illness. Now, it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
It just makes you laugh. Okay. But it's a pleasurable one.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it. I mean, think of the thousands of books, movies. It's like diet, you know.
They enjoyed the ride until they didn't. It was a pleasurable ride.
You enjoy the ride. What a metaphor. Well, we don't want to get too sexual on this show, or do we? Anyhow, it's a drug. It can be a drug. It distorts reality. And comedy is the ultimate reality check.
Yes, it is.
See that? Guys, I'm telling you, this show is really unimportant. Really important. It's very important. Hey, don't make fun of my show. You can. It distorts reality, and that's the point of it. So we're all delusional.
That's the whole point.
It's to be
That's
delusional.
literally the point. We have to be delusional.
Right. If you're not delusional, you're not healthy.
Exactly.
Sometimes I get so worked up. And that's the point. It would be impossible to fall in love with someone that you really saw. You know, sometimes you get too close. Now you know I have separate bathrooms with Rain. I'm serious. Separate beds, separate. I'm like Woody Allen. Woody Allen has separate houses, I think. Seriously.
I mean, you're onto something.
I look a lot like Woody Allen, don't I? I'm 6'5", and it's just like him.
It's the glasses.
Yeah. Oh, Woody Allen. Woody Allen. I mean, it has something to do with love. Life and tragedy, like our dear friend Aristotle. He said that life is all pain and suffering, and it's all over too soon.
You complain the whole time and then complain that it's over too soon.
And then they complain. Now, where's the other? Oh, there it is. Okay. You want to read this one? I'll read it.
This is the next one.
Okay. Okay.
That was my favorite.
Love is a universal migraine. I'm crying. I'm going to ruin my glasses. Love is a universal migraine, a bright stain on the vision, blotting out reason.
Yep.
Schopenhauer. You take all the greatest philosophers, a lot of them, they understood this. They could, and curmudgeons too. They lived single, solitary lives, or monks, or what, all that stuff. So we did a show, I think a couple weeks ago, Peace of Mind or Piece of Ass. So, I mean, another form of love.
Yeah.
Because indirectly, you're always talking about love.
Yeah.
Even if, like you said, part 2, love is a mutual misunderstanding, use Oscar's quote. If we change the title later, it doesn't make a difference.
It's still the same.
Yeah, it's like if you get mad at somebody that you really love, I've used all different phraseology. I don't always remember them, but one just popped into my head. And I got angry, let's say with Rain, and I go, well, kiss my ass. You know, so it's something like that.
No, I get what you're saying.
And then she used humor on me. And she goes, even though she was angry, she goes, well, bend over.
I would have said which cheek.
Which cheek? You see how love works? Or humor, whichever that is, whatever it comes from.
Or is it the same?
And so on a prior show, this is Marilyn Monroe. I love this. Marilyn Monroe. Let's see if I can find it. Where are you, Marilyn? There she is. If you can make a woman laugh, you can make her do anything. Now, I've had a sense of humor for a long time, but I couldn't make any or all women do what I want.
I find that hard to believe. I made him laugh. Does that mean?
Well, you know, I love your laugh. That's a laugh of a child. Oh, by the way, there is a difference between laughter. Children, they laugh from the gut.
Yes.
And it's real, and it's so, oh my God, it's heaven. You go to a playground,
Yeah.
and watch children at play. They'll fight, they'll argue, they'll kick, they'll spit, they make up very quickly to get back to the field of play.
There it is.
So that's the correlation I'm always trying to make between play. As athletes, we had to learn that. You know, I love sports. I loved it so much, but it was the single thing that destroyed me. It's the thing that I always say that your blessing is your curse.
The paradox.
Everything's a paradox,
Yeah.
right? That duality, that actually gave me goosebumps. So I love sports so much, and as I always say, put everything you love into every fiber of your being, which I did. So I ripped my body apart. So the very thing I loved tore me apart.
Yep, literally.
So
Literally.
you know, that's going to happen, and I want it to happen, and people should know it's going to happen.
Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah, and so, but most people shut down as they get older. they just, they give up. They don't want to make themselves vulnerable in love, take risks, take chances. And then we talked about it. I heard, it was probably on Bill Maher on one of these shows where 35% of young people, they're masturbating to pornography, all this stuff. They don't want to go out there. In fact, Tony gave me, one of our other guests, incel. Is that what they call them? Incels are guys that do that. That's a new term they gave to
I've
it.
never heard this term.
Neither have I, but it's guys Google
Indulge
it,
me.
schmoogle it.
Really?
Alexa. I can ask, Alexa, what is an incel?
An insult is a rude or disrespectful remark or action meant to offend or demean someone.
What did you say?
Not that word. That was insult. She told us what insult.
Oh,
was.
insult. Well, it's an insult to an incel.
Oh, okay.
Anyhow, they know what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's we'll find out what it means later, but it's ridiculous. When men and women are able to respect and accept their differences, then love has a chance to blossom. So humor is always hunting for the differences.
Yes.
I've spent my life looking, which wasn't hard, to find people that were different than me. And the more I learned that I loved it, because it's like eating different foods. I wouldn't want to eat a hamburger every single
It's
meal.
not fulfilling.
It's not fulfilling. I mean, the time you made me your jerk chicken, you friggin' Jamaica jerk chicken girl. Yeah, but I mean, it's so true. I mean,
The palate needs something new.
the palate needs something new. And so this is, guys, you use your sense of humor. Everybody has one. I believe it. It's not about telling jokes.
No.
I want to read some more on love. Let's see if I can find some in our curmudgeon book here. I marked a couple. I didn't have time to go through. As you can tell, this show is very, kind of love is the universal migraine. That one is so good. I can't believe it. Okay.
And blotting, that was the best part of
Oh,
that.
this is Voltaire. I think we used it on another show. All the reason of man cannot outweigh a single feeling of a woman.
Well, no, of course not.
Of course not.
Of course not.
So why would you argue?
There's no need to.
You're not going to win an argument with a woman. I think there should only be female attorneys. There shouldn't be male attorneys. Well, think about it. If you're never going to win an argument, you want a female attorney. She's not going to lose. I just watched The Lincoln Lawyer,
True.
and there was a attorney woman this actress played. She was nasty. No, I mean, she was really not like, what's her name in the O.J. Simpson trial, and the other inept guy, they screwed up. So if the glove doesn't fit, boy, talk about comedy. You must acquit. Yeah. I mean, it's all comedy. It's all comedy.
It's all comedy.
You got to look at life. You got two choices. This is the whole show.
Exactly.
You look at life as a tragedy.
Yep.
In Aristotle's day, tragedy was big. The gladiators.
Tragedy was big.
They love blood, mutilation. You explained the UFC to me and all this stuff. I'm sorry, I watched some of it last night. Well, the comedic wrestling where they do it, you can tell it's
Oh,
fake.
yeah.
But they all pound on their chest and they do all that stuff. That's probably a lot healthier.
Yeah.
And they're very athletic.
And they're making comedy of it.
And they're making comedy of it. It's a lot better than actually beating
Exactly.
the death out of it. In fact, Stallone, I saw Sly. I never had seen a Rocky IV. It's the one where I think he has Dolph, whatever he had, that big blonde guy, and he beat Carl Weathers. I think he beat him to death. I didn't watch the whole movie. And so that's in boxing. And that's where they wear gloves and the referee can separate. But that UFC, when I watch it, it's like, yeah, anyhow. Here's Mel Brooks, okay? I haven't read this one. Everything we do in life is based on fear, especially love. Ooh. I'm not sure I get that entirely. Everything we do in life is based on fear, especially love. So is that like moving through your fear to approach a girl, or your fear to
Approach to
make
stay.
yourself vulnerable?
Yeah,
or,
different in all aspects.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
yeah, I guess it does.
You have to move through it. to
No, I
achieve
love
it.
Eric Fromm, but let's see what he says. there is hardly any activity, any enterprise which is started with such tremendous hopes and expectations, and yet which fails so regularly as love. So we've all failed to love. I'm sure we've all had our heart broken people's hearts, which I don't like, by the way. I really will go to incredible lengths if I knew or know that I hurt somebody and hurt their feeling. I just don't need to do it. I'd rather, it's probably what kept me out of being involved in a certain relationship, because I knew I could hurt this person. And by the way, when I had the so-called one-night stands or whatever you want to call them, I wasn't really happy with the aftermath, thinking about, because I'm one of those people. What do you call me, an empath?
You're an empath.
Empath.
An empath.
Yeah, I ran that past Bertie and Ted, some really smart people. They didn't know what I mean.
I find that hard to believe.
Bertie, no, she's shaking her head. Right? Yeah, she did know what it means. Yeah.
Does she agree?
Empath. I think, yeah, she's shaking her head again. Rain shakes her head. It's the only time I get approval. This is when I stumble into something. Right.
See, he listens to the woman.
Yes, yeah.
Smart man.
It's all about surrender.
Love.
Love,
surrender to
humor,
the love.
comedy is surrender. Surrender, you're going to win anything. When a guy in sports used to say, "I'd like to punch you in the nose, Rupcon," I go, well, what a generous offer. It breaks all the fourth wall, the third wall, any wall. And we became best friends. Because a lot of my, in competition, the people that you're, like McEnroe and Borg, or tennis players, or Magic and Bird, they had so much respect, but they hated each other when they were on the court,
Well, it's,
so to speak.
Competition.
But off the court, they learned to.
That's love.
Will Chamberlain, my dearest best friend, which I've talked about, he and Bill Russell. Bill Russell had 11 championships, and I think Will had 1 or 2. But anyhow, the point is they ended up friends.
And they look forward to the competition. It's a form of love.
It's a form of love. Well, that's a team concept. Is any relationship is a team. It's a team.
Yep, it's a team.
Rain and I are really a good team, especially when she shakes her head like this. When she goes like this, then I've got to, I know I need a little work. So, yeah, so she's shaking her head right now. Oh, that's right. Our favorite, one of our dumbest favorite movies is the Roxbury, Night at the Roxbury. And we were with a famous director who's written 5 or 6 of the top, including, shall I mention it? The Hangover. No, anyhow, he's done a lot of movies, and we're having dinner with him, and he was dating Rain's girlfriend. And we're talking about the Roxbury. He goes, worst movie ever made. You know, he did. Maybe that's exaggeration, but he just didn't find anything funny, and he thought it was stupid. And he's written some silly comedies himself. But I digress. But I always digress. As long as I don't regress. Jonathan Swift, a satirist. A ridiculous passion which hath no being but in playbooks and romances.
Say that one again?
Jonathan Swift. A ridiculous passion which hath, I like those words, the old Shakespearean, thus hath no being but in playbooks and romances. So we only buy it in books and movie. And maybe that's, again, we're trying to have a conversation. It's Sunday, all the motorcycles are out, and I wish I was with them. I read this one, right? Fran Lebowitz.
We started with that one.
Okay. Samuel Johnson. Love has no great influences upon the sum of life. Well, that's not true, is it? Love has no great influences upon the sum of life.
Well, when you compare it to life as a whole, but you can't have life as a whole without love. So I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, that's, well, it's confusing to me, but most everything is. Love is the selfishness of 2 persons. Okay, I can understand that. Friendship is a disinterested commerce between equals. Love, an abject intercourse between tyrants and slaves. They really went for it. I'm not even gonna.
There's no in between. Just tyrants is okay. There's no in between.
Yeah. I think we lost what little audience we have with that one. Love is like war, easy to begin but very hard to stop.
That's true.
H.L. Mencken, one of the great curmudgeons. Love is like war, easy to begin but very hard to stop. Okay. Balzac, let's go back a few 100,000 million years. The union of a want and a sentiment. It's boring. Oh, narcissism. That could lead us into narcissism. Rita Mae Brown. A narcissism shared by two.
Well, yeah, it's still a form of love.
Do you think, I talked about it before, that President Trump, which is hard for me to say, being the most obvious narcissist, certainly, we in contemporary society that I can recall, especially with all the TV, do you think that he really loves his family? Do you think he even could possibly know what love is outside of the narcissism which he has for himself? And the love he has for himself is not a real love, isn't it? It's like a fake. It's got to be a fake.
Because I come from love, I don't talk about politics and religion for that exact reason.
Well, that's a good, which I also follow, but I'm more trying to talk about the character of a person that's running the show. But you don't even want to go down.
Sometimes the character is what they present intentionally. And that's the part that we don't understand as humans.
Well, that's true. And a lot of people say, but I'm not sure that he's such a bad actor. Would you hand me that card? This I love because...
definitely a bad actor.
Definitely a bad actor. Definitely a bad actor, which is... Okay, so I actually want to show this because I love this. Because I hear it every day by multiple people. Everything happens for a reason. I saw it even in a movie with Paul Rudd, that great movie with the puppeteer, Steve Carell.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the name. Somebody will get it in the audience. Steve Carell and Paul Rudd did a movie. And they meet in what is a little car accident. He runs over Steve Carell. Steve Carell was trying to pick up a dead rat, because he converts him into things. It's a long story, and I don't want to go. But anyhow, he says, he starts the movie basically, well, everything happens for a reason. And then Paul Rudd sells them on the idea they need a freak to take to this dinner. And Steve Carell plays a eccentric, a very talented eccentric. So everything happens for a reason. Sometimes the reason is that you're stupid and make bad decisions.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, paradox. Duality.
Exactly.
Okay. So you can say everything happens for a reason because it just happened.
Exactly.
Right. Like my friend John Dubin, you'll talk and you'll say, like we all do, can you believe that happened to me? And John goes, 100%. I mean,
why wouldn't I believe that it happened?
It's funny.
It happened.
It just happened.
Exactly.
So there again, humor, I just trying to show how humor just intercedes happily into every moment of our life. You just have to look for it.
Yes, we do.
If you spend time looking for it, the person you get angry at in the car, just turn it like I do. And I go, and I want to start, and I catch myself, and I go, and I start singing or doing something that distracts my mind from heading down the wrong road. Because like you said, me getting angry is not going to do anything except get my cortisol up too high. And as my doctor, I can't afford that. And Osho, great book, Life, Love, and Laughter. And he says, he talks about playfulness and humor, and you know how I always mutilate my books. Sublime foolishness. He talks about things that I love. They live in the moment and know that they are fools, so they are not worried about what others think about them. So he's talking about fool, and remember the title of my book.
Part of being delusional.
My book,
Philosophy.
I finally really held it up. Foolosophy, because Does My Smile Confuse You, our show, They wouldn't let. They said it's too cryptic. So that's it. And the subtitle is "Humor is a Key to a Healthy Mind and a Happy Heart." So yeah. So this is important since you're in the medical field.
It's
And then
all
when we met, what did we do from first session to all we did is laugh.
Yeah, we just laugh.
And when I left the doctor's office, I felt so good. I didn't take any pills. I took the humor pill. I took the comic pill. And this is a pill anybody and everybody can swallow. And it's really worthwhile. But if you get this book that Osho just goes off and he talks about that someone who is playful and has a well-developed sense of humor can't be controlled
No,
or manipulated.
they cannot.
So they hate that. That's why they sell control to the world.
It's a
To
freedom.
keep people locked in their automaton, robotical states
Yes.
to work for the system.
Yes, it is.
And I say that you can even use humor in Wall Street in the system
Anywhere.
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 Exactly. Well, I'm done. You got anything else you want to say about love? I just love love. I love Rain. And is she shaking her head? So in conclusion, I'd like to say it's very loving, even though I used it in the car business when they drive off the lot. Many happy miles. And now Rain ends our program.
Stay human, keep the change.
Thank you.
I don't laugh because life is easy. I laugh because I see the mind can sell you stories, then charge you rent to be free. They call it normal to panic, to worship the loudest fear. But a thought becomes a prison the moment you hold it near. So I ask one honest question, not to win, just to wake. Is this truth I'm believing, or just memory and ache? I use humor like a flashlight in a room full of certain lies. Comic sense isn't comedy, it's sight with a smile in its eyes. Critical thinking is mercy, consciousness is breath and release. If you can laugh at the story, you can finally step into peace. Sometimes I'm quiet and listening to a child asking, is love safe? I don't fix him with answers, I stay and give him space. So laugh, not to escape, but to see what's always been true. Nothing real is against you, and life is quietly loving you. Does my smile confuse you, or remind you you're here? Does my smile confuse you, or remind